This little guy right here, the Earfun Uboom L, is one of the newest speakers to come out. I've been seeing a lot of hype about it, and frankly, I don't know a lot about it. So I dug in a little bit so that I could share it with you. Now, the reason this speaker kind of stands out and was notable enough for me to check out was that Earfun definitely seems to be listening to people online. Specs-wise, it's Bluetooth 5.0. Battery life is 16 hours, which is very respectable. It's IP67, like everything else nowadays, so it's fully waterproof and dustproof. And it also has a built-in microphone, which not every speaker here has. What I legitimately thought was very interesting about it, though, was that it has an anti-video latency button. This little Zelda-looking button here, if you push it, it's supposed to push the latency down to like less than 150 milliseconds, which that's the first of any speaker I've seen that tries to specifically combat that issue. Build-wise, this thing is very similar to the JBL 6. As you can see here, it's got two passive radiators on both sides. It's 28 watts. I don't know how much the JBL is. It's probably pretty close. One of the absolutely most significant things about this speaker was that it was tuned by another YouTuber named Oluv, who's like apparently a music producer. He designed this to sound very good at low listening levels and then just have a very natural neutral sound at higher volumes. So I specifically have not listened to it very much off camera so that I can give you my raw and honest feedback. So let's do a comparison between this guy and the other guys.
You only saw yourself and you were so goddamn selfish. You were so goddamn selfish.
First impressions, like gut instinct about what sounded better, was the Bose. I still think the Bose was the best sounding speaker out of all of them, followed by the JBL. However, this is where it gets complicated. The Earfun is so natural sounding that you tend to hear a lot more of the noise. Like you hear a more even balance overall. I will say there's like a little bit more definition to things. It's not necessarily in a way that's more pleasurable though. It's kind of like, if you've ever heard of studio speakers that play sound more accurately, they can actually sound a little bit worse because they're so accurate and they don't accentuate things that the sound can just kind of sound ugly, to be honest. The Earfun is kind of a mixture between that sort of super ultra natural neutral sound and a little bit of tuning to elevate it. So I would say like the Earfun is not a speaker that I would pick up personally if I had the choice. Just because even though there is a good depth to the sound, and I think it'd be great for low volume listening, just because of how neutral the sound is and nothing gets drowned out at lower volumes. I will say for like overall, like if I'm in my house or on a trip and I just want to listen to music and feel like I'm getting the most out of it, I still am probably going to pick up the Bose or the JBL just because I like the sound coming out of them. Not necessarily for any scientific reason. Personal subjective opinion, I just think these have a little more oomph to them. They accentuate the notes in a way that is more agreeable to my ear. Though I will give it to the Earfun, it does have a very sophisticated sound. I'm excited for honestly what Earfun's gonna have in the future. I just think you need to up the style game a little bit. Hire somebody to help you design a speaker that looks cool. This is just a little boring. When you go pick up a speaker, you want something that just blows you away and like looks like it's going to be fun and warm and inviting. That becomes part of your whole look. So yeah, would I recommend this? I I would recommend it to those of you who want a cheap speaker that has very accurate sound. Not necessarily those of you who are like looking to have the most fun with your music, whereas I would then go with like the Bose or something like that. If you want to spend half the money for a really good sound, the Earfun is definitely recommended in that sense. I can't bash it for being bad. It's just not like interesting enough, you know? If that's a fair criticism. It doesn't like excite me to look at it or listen to it really. The sound is neutral and natural, but it's not really like accentuated in areas that get me excited. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you got it this far, thanks for sticking along with me. You guys are the special ones that actually watch the videos to the end, or you've just got it on loop on your TV or something weird. So go outside. I'll see you later. Bye.